Hello, Postal Union. I want to send a telegram to Mrs. Joseph Newton in Santa Rosa, California. Here's the message. Ready? Lonesome for you all. Stop. I'm coming out to stay with you a while. Stop. Will arrive Thursday and try and stop me. Will wire exact time later. Love to you all. And a kiss for little Charlie from her Uncle Charlie. That's right, that's a signature. Uncle Charlie. That's right. Santa Rosa. Santa Rosa, California.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Tragic Hollywood on the Town. Today's video is all shot on location in beautiful downtown Santa Rosa. We're going to be exploring the film locations for the Hitchcock movie Shadow of a Doubt, many of which are still there. Hitchcock stated many times that Shadow of a Doubt was his favorite film, so please sit back and enjoy the video. Here we are in front of the theater. This is the theater in Shadow of a Doubt, and it was built in 1939. It's still here. As you can see, it's now a Barnes & Noble, but you can still see the theater marquee over there. And it's a beautiful example of Art Deco architecture. Lucky that we still have it in Santa Rosa. It appears about 51 minutes into the film when Charlie's walking down the street with the detective, and she meets a couple of friends in front of this theater, and they stop and pause and talk, and she talks to her friends at this theater.
Hello, Charlie. Oh, hello, Catherine. Hello, Shirley. Hello. This is Jack Gray. He's in town. How do you do? How do you do? How's your throat, Charlie? Oh, much better, thank you.
This is the theater in Shadow of a Doubt, Santa Rosa, California. So this is the entrance to the theater. This is the side entrance right here. And we're gonna go around and show you the inside of this theater, which still looks a lot like it did when filming Shadow of a Doubt. It's a bookstore now, but you can see clearly this used to be a theater. The marquee right here would be right here. You still got the beautiful Art Deco glass bricks up there. And this used to be where the ticket booth was. And then here are the original doors to the theater, you can tell. Completely original. And then this is the inside. These pillars are original. The ceiling is original. And yeah, this would have been a theater back in the day. Look at the glass brick windows up there. Those are definitely original. So we're walking down 4th Street in Santa Rosa, where many of these shots were taken. This is one of the buildings that was here during the filming. It's very old. It's been here since the turn of the century. It's got retail stores below, and you can see that it's called the Mailer Building. But definitely this whole street was in the movie. It didn't look like this. I think it was a bit wider, but we were headed towards the Courthouse Square area where Hitchcock filmed many scenes. And unfortunately, the courthouse is no longer there, but there is a building that was there that still has the clock tower. So this is the new Courthouse Square. This was just reunified a few years ago in Santa Rosa. It does not look like it did in Shadow of a Doubt. Of course, this sculpture wasn't there, but you can see in the distance here, we have the building with the clock tower. And if you'll notice in the movie, there's a scene where the cop's directing traffic, and this clock tower appears prominently behind him in the film. And this building's been here for a long time. It's now a boutique hotel, but this building featured very prominently in Shadow of a Doubt. Right here, this clock tower, you see it in almost all of the street scenes, actually. This is the inside of the beautiful building with the clock tower. They've really done a nice job of renovating it. It's really beautiful. Such a nice example of what you can do with an old building besides tear it down, right? Has a beautiful view of the courthouse outside. Okay, here we are in front of this lovely vacant lot in the middle of downtown Santa Rosa. I can't ever remember it having anything. But in the movie Shadow of a Doubt, there was a little bar here called Till 2. And it was in the inside of this bar that the interior shots were filmed of Joseph Cotton and Teresa Wright in a tense scene in which Charlie confronts Uncle Charlie about him possibly being a serial killer and killing women and being the famous Merry Widower.
I want to talk to you.
You're hurting my arm again.
Coming here with me.
I can't. I've never been in a place like this.
Go in.
So this is where this took place. It's gone now. The bar was torn down in the 60s. It happens about 61 minutes into the film, if you want to know the exact area of the film. And it's a key scene in this movie because all the scenes are wholesome. All the scenes are filmed in nice locations except for this one scene, and it's made out to be a very sleazy bar on purpose to be in stark contrast to the wholesomeness of Charlie and the wholesomeness of the town in general. It's meant to stand out as an evil scene and confronting an evil character. Okay, hi everyone. We're in Old Railroad Square in Santa Rosa, California. This is the oldest part of the town, and two prominent scenes were filmed here in Shadow of a Doubt. But before we get to that, I'd like to show you this building here. It used to be an old railroad express exchange. And this is where how most people's packages came from across the country. They ended up in places like this. They were transported by rail, and then they were just distributed, or you could bring your package here. And oftentimes this is how money was moved back and forth, hence why there were train robberies, I guess. But this was started at the beginning of World War I, and this dominated the movement of goods until about the 1950s, when refrigerated trucks were invented. I'm going to take you inside the Railway Express, which is now a coffee house, but it has a couple of original features still. One is the floor and one is the ceiling. This is the floor, the original concrete floor. The original beam ceiling up at the top. It's a super cute little coffee house too. If you're ever in Santa Rosa, take a stop by. So this is an old building, and I wanted you to note the stonework on this building. And then if you turn around and look at the train depot over here, you'll see the stonework is the same on the train depot. And then if you look at this beautiful hotel across here, it's the La Rose Hotel, and it has the same stonework. All of these buildings were here at the time that the movie was filmed, including this amazing California sequoia redwood. If you look at the base of that redwood, you know how old that tree is. These are only found in California. And it was here during the filming of Shadow of a Doubt as well. So here we have the train depot that features prominently in two scenes in Shadow of a Doubt. The first scene is when the Newton family comes to pick up Uncle Charlie, and it's a joyful scene. Everybody's hugging and kissing, and everyone's happy to see Uncle Charlie.
Charlie.
The following segment has spoiler alerts, so if you don't want to know the ending of the film, don't watch. Especially his niece, that, you know, her nickname is Charlie. She's named after him, and this is a joyful scene. And of course, the other scene that takes place here is the ending scene when the family is dropping Charlie off, and the mother is sad because Charlie's leaving, but Charlie is very upset and angry because she knows that he's a serial killer. And what takes place, a dramatic scene takes place on these railroad tracks here. There's a struggle between Uncle Charlie, and Uncle Charlie ends up falling on the railroad track and falling in front of another train.
I've got to do this, Charlie. So long as you know what you do about me. Not yet, Charlie. Let it get a little faster. Just a little faster. Faster. Now.
And if you can see down there, you can see the parallel tracks, so that scene could have taken place. This building across the depot here is also made from the same type of stone and is also around the same period as these other buildings. These are all built around the turn of the last century, all from local stone. So here we are at the location where the Newton's home was. This is 905 McDonald Street in the McDonald district of Santa Rosa, California. This is one of the nicest, older home districts I've ever seen, and I've been in a lot of older home districts in LA and other cities, but go ahead and take a look around the neighborhood. This is where all of the exterior shots for the Newton house was filmed. There's many exterior shots here. This yard didn't look like this. It had a bunch of trees. There was a lot of vegetation here. I like what they've done with this yard. It's really nice. I think there was a spot behind where Charlie's room supposedly was. She would climb up out of her bedroom window and climb down a fire escape. So somewhere in the side of this house that happened. But this is the home. It's still here. So we were at the library. This is what the library looked like in the movie, but unfortunately that library was torn down in the 1960s. I'm thinking they might have taken some of the stone, similar stone to what you see in Railroad Square at both the Railway Express building, the railroad depot, the hotel, and the other building across the street. So this is probably the original stone that was at this library, and then here we are you can see behind it is the new library. It was at the library where Charlie first learns about Uncle Charlie and the horrible truth that he's actually a murderer. And here's the library version of the paper mache of Charlie Brown, because it has a little plaque here, because Santa Rosa is much into these paper mache themed Charles Schultz character from Peanuts everywhere. So this is the library, Charles Schultz, Peanuts. And this wraps up our on Tragic Hollywood on the Town video of the filming locations for Shadow of a Doubt in beautiful Santa Rosa, California. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please remember to like and subscribe. I also have 3 books: Tragic Hollywood, Beautiful, Glamorous, and Dead; Tragic Hollywood, Beautiful, Glamorous, and Still Dead; and my novel, Goodbye Angel, Goodbye When Dreams Aren't Enough, all available on Amazon. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.